breakfast this morning is a chocolate vegan Shakeology with coconut water, half a tablespoon of almond butter, a little bit of cinnamon, and some ice. I'm having sweet potato and roasted red pepper bisque for lunch today. Alright guys, another crazy busy day, but it's 4 o'clock and I'm able to check in. That's a first for this week. I haven't done any check-ins during the day at all this week because it's been so crazy. So yeah, it's 4 o'clock and I haven't gotten, I'd say maybe I got about 2/3 of the things done that I wanted to have done by this time and today. So, but anyways, I'm just sitting because I need to for a minute, just keep saying, and I just want to share with you guys a few temptations I had at the store today that I successfully did not give in to. So we went grocery shopping, just to pick up a few things, because when my husband gets home tomorrow, and every time he gets home, he's like, oh, you don't have anything that I want or whatever. Because, you know, there's certain foods, like especially now that I'm doing the reset, there's certain foods that like I can't eat, so of course I'm not going to have them in the house when he comes home, but he wants them. So anyways, so I had to go to the store to get, you know, a few things for that and whatever, and get some more distilled water. And so I went to the deli because he wanted some lunch meat, and the guy in front of us was like being really, like, he was like one of those customers that was like being really fussy. Like he ordered like 200 grams of corned beef, so, and you know, and she's like, how thick? And he's like, really thin and whatever. And so she cut it up, whatever, and then she weighed it, and it's like 222 grams. And she's like, oh, is that okay? And he's like, no, that's too much. And he's like, wait, let me see one of those slices. Let me see one of them. So she lets him look at it, and he's like, this is too thin. No, that's too thin. I don't want that. I don't want any of that. So she's like, okay. Anyways, long story short, we were waiting behind him for like 20 minutes. So because it was such a long wait, we get up there, and she asks my daughter, like, oh, do you want to try one of these? Which kind do you want to try? And so my daughter points at the salami, which is like, oh my gosh, we're not... Meat in general, especially deli meats, is like a huge weakness for me. Like, I think it's even more of a weakness than like chips for me, and chips is right up there. Yeah, like huge weakness for me. So I'm thinking, okay, she's gonna give her a slice of the salami. No, she gives her like a slice of 6 different kinds of meat. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And I'm just thinking to myself, Serena better eat all that. She did. But anyways, so yeah, so I'm standing there, I'm holding all this meat. You know, she just gave it to us on like a piece of wax paper or whatever. And I'm standing there, I'm holding out this meat for Serena to eat. And I was like, and I could just smell it. And I was hungry because at this point, like, I had already ran a couple errands. Like, I'd been to the post office and the bank and stuff. So we had already been out for a while. And at this point, it was like 3 o'clock, and I was starting to feel hungry anyway. So I was like feeling hungry. I was thirsty too, so I think that's why I was feeling hungry, because we had been out for a couple hours, so I hadn't, you know, had anything to drink in a couple hours. And so yeah, so I was hungry, thirsty, and I could just smell this meat that I was holding in front of me. Didn't touch it. I was like, good job, me. So proud of myself. Woohoo. That was hard. Okay, so then every time we go to the grocery store, if the rule is if my daughter is good while we're at the store and doesn't have any tantrums or anything like that, she gets a cookie before we go to pay. So we go to the bakery to get her a cookie, like we've done millions of times before, and the guy gives her 2 cookies. They've never given 2 cookies. I was just like, you have got to be kidding me. So, yeah, I didn't touch it, though. She ate both of them, and that was that, and I didn't even touch them. So, yeah, so those were a couple things. I was, like, really proud of myself. I honestly wasn't even tempted to, and I think it's that, like, because I'm in that frame of mind that I'm doing this reset, and so I know that I'm, like, I can't have stuff like that, so I wasn't even tempted to. Like, had it been any other time and I was not doing this reset, I probably would have eaten, like, at least 2 of the 5 slices of meat that she got, and I would have definitely probably had that cookie. So, but yeah, because I'm doing the reset, it's, like, ingrained in my mind that that's not even an option, but I mean, it still is tempting. So I was like, you know what? I deserve a treat. So I went and got myself a venti passion tea from Starbucks. This is my first passion tea actually from Starbucks since I've been doing the reset. So, yeah, I was like, I deserve this. Yeah. So, anyways, so I'm just gonna sit and enjoy my tea for a bit, and then it'll almost be time to start making dinner. So I'll show you guys what I'm having for dinner. I'm just about to eat my very late dinner. I know it's not late for some people, but it's 6:45. That's late for me. And I just have to show you guys this. Okay, so I made my daughter just a grilled chicken breast because she had just eaten, like, for dinner. She had dinner at like 5, but she had just eaten like one of those Asiago and cheddar pretzels from Starbucks. So I was like, well, she doesn't need much. But anyways, so I made her a grilled chicken breast. And this is what's left. And it is hard to not just grab a piece and eat it. But I'm just gonna wrap that up, and she's gonna eat that tomorrow. My dinner is gonna be really, really good, so I'm gonna dish it out, and I'll show you guys what I'm having. And here's the masterpiece. This is a quinoa lentil pilaf. There is red peppers, celery, carrots, onion, lentils, and quinoa in there, and it's delicious. I already tried a bite. And those are just some steamed vegetables with a bit of lemon juice and Himalayan sea salt on them. Hey, day 10 is done. Woohoo! So, like, halfway through tomorrow will technically be the halfway point. So I'm so excited that I'm almost halfway done. Yay, 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 yay. So yeah, some real big temptations today. That would have been really easy to just have a teeny, teeny taste and not think much of it. But yeah, I think too, the reason, like I say, like, as much as it, like, I could, like, smell the meat as I was holding it. And those cookies, they looked really good. And, like, the chicken that I, cooked up for my daughter, and then she didn't even eat it all. It all, like, looked really good. It appealed to me and everything. But I really, I don't feel like I missed out by not having any of that. If it makes sense. Like, it was like a temptation, and I could have very easily, just snuck a bite here or there, whatever. But I don't feel like I'm missing out, which is so strange for me, because typically anytime I've ever done anything where it was like, oh, can't have that, any sort of, whether it was a diet or whatever, doesn't work for me, because as soon as I tell myself I can't eat that, I want it more. And I think that happens with most of us. So I think the difference with this reset is because I know that it's a cleanse. And I'm obviously this time, as opposed to like the last failed attempt that I had with it, I'm obviously in a better frame of mind. I'm obviously doing it more now for the health reasons. Like, I read up more on it and stuff. So I'm also I would be kind of scared to go off of the plan, because, like, I don't know what that's going to do to my insides, right? Like, it's like I'm doing this cleanse to take care of my insides, and there's a reason that you eat a vegan diet for, for the majority of it. There's a reason for that, because I'm taking all these supplements that are like flushing good bacteria out of my digestive tract and stuff, and so I know that, like, if I go off the plan and I eat something that I shouldn't be eating or whatever, like, it could actually do harm. And so I think that mentality, and just like knowing that, is what's kind of helping me. And, like, I don't know, like, I mean, I don't think it could do a lot of harm. Like, last time I did the reset, I, like, cheated so much in the 12 days that I stuck with it. I cheated so much. I remember, I think, like, the day 5 or day 6 or whatever, because I think I started on a Sunday. It was like Friday, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna give myself the night off. I think I had like pizza that night or something, and then day 13 still started on Saturday, and, like, yeah, like, but also I think because I am doing it 100% without you know, cheating at all or anything like that. I think like I'm feeling the health benefits, and I think that's helping me not want anything that I'm not supposed to have as well. So, yeah, so I'm really impressed by that. I am impressed as well. I have to say this. This is my like third or fourth day in a row now where I was up until like 11:30, which is late for me. And in I was up until 11 or 11:30 at night, which is late for me. And I was up by 6 each morning, and I've been fine. Energy levels have been fine all day. Even like after I got back from doing all the running around, I ran all those errands, I went to the grocery store. Oh, and in the grocery store parking lot, like it was like kind of like a little workout because it's like kind of warmed up here a little bit. So like the snow that was all like packed down in the parking lot is kind of loosening up and whatever. And so like pushing a shopping cart that's loaded with like a 37-pound kid plus like 4 jugs of distilled water and other groceries and stuff was really difficult because it was like digging into the snow, and yeah, it was like quite a workout. But anyways, generally when I get back from like doing a bunch of errands and grocery shopping and stuff, the second that I like stop and like sit down, I feel really tired. Like I'm just like I feel exhausted. And I did that today, and I did not feel tired at all. Like I just felt like I just, you know, like whew, I've been going all day. I'm just going to sit for a minute. And I didn't feel tired at all. So that's like huge for me. So yeah, so I'm feeling really good. Once again, like I've had no cravings, thank God. And and yeah, so my husband comes home tomorrow night. So I'll try what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and get, I don't know if I'll have time to, but I'm gonna try and get this vlog up before he gets home. Just because then when he gets home, it's kind of like I don't want to be like get home with him and then be like, okay, I gotta go do my vlog. You know what I mean? So I'll try and do that for tomorrow, and then yeah, going forward it'll just be basically the same. But yeah, and I'm not even worried about him being home and little things like we might go to you know, if we end up going to like his parents or something for dinner or something, like I don't even care. I'll just bring my own food. I'm just in the zone like mentally. Before I would have been like, "Oh, that's a good excuse to eat a little off plan. Like I'll try my best and I'll try to just have vegetables and stuff. Like I won't eat any meat at least." But no, like I'm in the mind frame that it's like, you know what? If we're gonna go over there for dinner, I'm gonna bring my own food. So yeah, I'm just amazed. But anyways, this video is gonna be really long. So I will see you guys tomorrow for day 11 and the halfway point.